You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. Yeah, we had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, kick thing back here in breaking news, mother humping news. We got some today, no doubt about it. And I like this one. I kind of like this one. But before we get too far into it, let me say hello to everybody. Jay, Tyler, Ryan, thank you for being here. Ray, Jose, Donnie, Christine, Jay of the Dogs, thank you for being here. G59 Hunter, Daniel, Dante, Loyal to Houston, Bird Gang, Royalties in the House, God Princess of YouTube, Sue Chick, thank you everybody for being here, and we'll just jump right into this mother humper. Adam Schefter's reporting a Falcons-Eagles trade per ESPN source. The Falcons and Eagles swapped 4th and 6th round picks, with Atlanta acquiring safety Sidney Brown. Picks 114 and 197 to the Eagles in exchange for 122 and 215 and Sidney Brown. You weren't going to get really anything for Sidney Brown. He did not fit the Eagles or their long-term plans. I think Sidney Brown, when he got hurt, he tore his ACL. I don't think it was ever the same there. You know, he was looking really good before that, but he's been more of a wrecking ball hurting our own guys than anything else. But you move up in the draft several spots for each, you got 8, you move up 8 and 18 spots. So 8 and 18. See, I can calculate the calculations of the cornbread. And I don't think this is necessarily a bad move. Sidney Brown wasn't really going to be there anyways. You never know. 8 spots, there could be a guy you want. You know what I mean? 18 spots. It could come out huge. We gotta see who they draft. But Sidney Brown is gone, and I want to get your thoughts on it. What do you guys think about this move? And then we're gonna get into something I gotta bitch about. But what are you guys thinking? Kyle, what's going on? Ray, what's going on? You watching March Madness? I watched a little bit of it last night. But I've been busy all day. I wasn't even going to do anything today. I was going to just do something tomorrow. But because of the breaking news, trade Tanner McKee for 3rd, that may be next. Yeah. Ringo and Shipley need to go. I don't know. I don't think Ringo, I would not be surprised if Ringo does not go. I think they like him on special teams. Also, here's the other thing. Michael Carter, I think, is going to move to safety. That's what people have been speculating. It seems to make sense because you really got no safeties. You got, one safety on the team right now? But I like the move. I just don't think Sidney Brown was working out. Guy's got the talent. There's no question about it. But he just, I really think that knee injury derailed him. Oh, yeah, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Wah. Yeah. But rest in peace, Chuck. I like the move because we got something out of nothing. Exactly. And nothing is the key thing, Sidney Brown I will always like Sidney Brown for starting a fight with the Cowboys. Remember 2 years ago in Kelly Green where they got in a fight? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and we had I don't know, did I say breaking news, breaking more humping news? I hope I did. A.J. Brown will be mine. Oh, well, we're going to get into A.J. Brown because We are treading in dangerous, dangerous territories. Dude, I love the thumbnail. What the hell? What does it say, though? I can't read it. I love the thumbnail, New England 500. Is that who it says, New England 500? I like it. Oh, dude, these New England Patriot fans got me. Dude, they're pain in the asses. Smash the like button, no doubt about it. But I think this is a good move for Sidney Brown. He gets to go to another team. Maybe it'll be a better fit defensively. And for the Eagles, they need two safety. I mean, they need more than one safety. They need guys that can back up. Don't be surprised if they try to move Ringo to safety as well. I think that would be a smart move. Rocco! What's going on? What up, cuz? What's happening? Yeah, Chuck Norris didn't die. That just needed to ride back to the... There you go. This isn't breaking news, Ming. Long as Arthur Brown Jr. ain't getting moved, I still feel AJ... Oh, God. AJ, this is breaking news. What do you mean, dude? You know how many people love Sidney Brown? You know how many times I've been told that Sidney Brown was the answer to the safety problem? Can you explain these one-year contracts? Like, what are the Eagles doing? I think when you see a lot of one-year contracts, what the Eagles are doing is they're looking for placeholders. They're looking for bridges to that position. They're saying, in my opinion, we don't necessarily believe you are the future at this position. And like in the case of, let's say, like Wool at corner, he wants to get a big paycheck that the Eagles wouldn't be able to pay him because they got the other two corners. But they're basically bridge players, I believe, that are coming in to fill a starting spot for a year, a depth position, until the Eagles can go out and figure what they want to do permanently. It's also a way to, help not use the cap so much. Because when you got a one-year deal, you can give a lot of upfront money. You can structure it in certain ways like that. That's what I take out of a one-year contract. Marco, thank you for the super chat. Patulo Brown, when there is left, Ringo got to go. The thing about Ringo, I think people sleep on. Ringo is a very good special teams guy. Get Buda Baker. See, they're not going to go out and sign it. I don't think they're going to go get a safety like everybody wants. I think they're going to draft a safety, and that's what they're going to do. Calculate the cap according to sure, hell yeah. Roll Philly Dogs, my man. Celebrate 31 months of membership. Trade AJ to the Chargers for Derwin James. I love Derwin James, dude. Oh, Pumper must be really pissed. His guys are all leaving. Sidney Brown, Tanner McKee could be next. And Marco, man, thank you for the first super chat of the day. I really appreciate that. Eagles signed Epps and JT Gray. Well, I didn't see that. Marsha Epps. See, Marsha Epps is another one. Like, and people are going to say, the Eagles have re-signed Marcus Epps. So we could put that in the title too. So we got a little more breaking news. Let's see here. Let me pull this up. Let me get this up here, too. So we got a little more breaking news. Marcus Epps. And truthfully, I think Epps is okay. He's an okay depth guy. I don't believe he's a starter. I don't believe what everybody thinks in that regard. But depth experience for what the Eagles want. We talked about a bridge player. He could be good in that role. So Eagles taking care of kind of preparing themselves. The way I see it is they're kind of getting their ducks in a row at the safety position, which they're going to end up drafting a safety. That's what they're going to do. They're going to draft another safety. It's going to be the same game plan as last year. So let's pull this up too, because this is some more breaking news just happening. Man, I love when I time these streams and they come on like as something breaks. That's the third time this week I've had this happen. All right, so Eagles to re-sign safety Marcus Epps. A lot of people are going to like this. Dave Zangaro said the Eagles are signing safeties Marcus Epps and JT Gray to a one-year deal, league sources confirm. That gives you depth. That gives you some wiggle room. Because, look, if you need Epps to start, he can start. I don't think he can make it a whole season, but he could fill in a game or two. No doubt about it. So that gives you depth there. And I think the next move where you're going to see like the future of safety, it's going to come from the draft. Definitely. We got 618 people in here. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. Let me see here. Cruising, what's going on, man? You must be happy, huh? Cruise Day for Super Chat. Eagles will be third in the NFC East. Go Big Blue. Yeah, right. And I'm assuming the Giants will be, what, second? Get the hell out of here. So I was going to say something nice about Harbaugh and stuff, but now the hell with that. No, we'll see. We'll see. I think everybody's sleeping on the birds, man. Brooks, stay for Super Chat. I wish we could bring back Josh Sweat. Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, that's a lot harder to do, you know? EJB, what's up, 500? What did I miss? And where is my edge? Your edge is coming. Just a little patience with the edge. But the Eagles signed Marcus Epps and JT Gray, who I don't know a lot about. And then the other move, the bigger move, was the Eagles and Falcons traded. The Falcons and Eagles swapped 4th and 6th round picks with Atlanta, also acquiring safety Sidney Brown. Picks number 114 and 197 to the Eagles in exchange for picks 122, 215, and Sidney Brown. So essentially, the Eagles are moving up, and that's where you have it's a safety day, I guess. You know, Eagles are trading all their 4 first-round picks. Let me tell you, dude, you're not that far off. I want to keep AJ, but Smith, Hollywood Brown, and D. Cooper will still be fired. Let's talk about safety a little bit longer before I have to talk about AJ Brown. 500, how you doing afternoon, brother? Howie's Warner. I'm doing good, man. I'm good. I'm so sick of talking about AJ Brown thing, but I'm getting so aggravated too at the same time, you know? So it's like I have to get some shit off my chest. Sidney Brown, only good moment with the Eagles was a pick 6. Yeah, and then the next week, wasn't it? Like a week or two later, he tore his ACL. See, I think that really derailed him. I think he was on pace to be the starter, but it just never developed. I don't know how much Vic likes him either, because I think Vic almost wants his safeties, it seems, to just be able to cover, like cover, and tackle, you know? AJ Terrence, 4th round, Marvin Harrison Jr., Buda Baker. I'm intrigued with the idea of Marvin Harrison. Like how he cooked 500, absolutely. He tore it in the same game? Really? JT Gray was a 3 times. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That could be good. No, I got to talk about it. You can't not talk about it. You know, it's like people are like, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. I was told on Twitter yesterday, you're not allowed to talk about this. I talk about whatever I want. Not saying you. I'm just saying, like, the way I see it, you got no choice. Until this thing goes away, you're going to have to talk about it. I'm reading that book A.J. Brown was reading on the side. Oh, yeah, how is it? He had a punt block return to and a pass break on Mike Evans for a win. He did. Yeah, you talk about Sidney Brown. It's all over now. Next trade will be Ringo. I think the Grenard trade's got to be brewing, right? The Grenard trade's got to be something we do. We got to do something. The Eagles right now have enough money to go out and do whatever move they need to. They have enough money that if they wanted to just trade A.J. Brown and eat it, they can. So they've got the money. They got what they need to make a trade to get an edge rusher or whoever. It's just a matter of who and when. Man, see, that's what I say, Gigi. We need a returner, a legitimate, dynamic returner. Somebody that can change the field position for us. Some fans think football will stop in Philly once AJ leaves. Door is real. No, that's not the case. Listen, I have been adamant. I don't even want to talk about this. But I've been one of those people trying and fighting to keep AJ. Like, I wanted to keep him because I know what the talent he has and I know what it means. But it's just it's inevitable. It looks like it's inevitable that it's going to happen, you know. And if I prefer it still doesn't, but It just seems like it. And it seems like it's going to be New England. All I can wish for is two things. The Eagles, one, do not get a first round pick next year. You have to get a first round pick next year. You have to. And number two, you can't fall into the trap that I know everybody's fallen into already, and the Eagles probably will. You can't just draft a wide receiver because you need a wide receiver. This is how the Eagles screw up their drafts in the past. Do not take a receiver because it's the biggest need. If the best player on the available is a guard or an edge, to hell with the receiver. Those two things are my only request if this is going to happen. You know? Pierce, yeah, well, I heard Pierce could do it, but I don't know how good he can. 500, this offseason is like old school soap opera. As the Eagles turn, it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. It is. The most annoying part to the whole Eagles thing is the Patriot fans. Like, I don't like looking at Twitter anymore. Like, and then you see it's like they're like celebrating a trade that hasn't even happened yet, and they're rubbing it in your face. It's like, you know, it's being rubbed in our faces, and it's just annoying. And then they're like, well, we're not giving you a first round pick. The hell you ain't. You know, what do you think the Eagles should do at wide receiver if they trade AJ? Here's what I think. Okay, here's my opinion. This is my opinion. And this is going to be way out there, man. But this is how I do it. If I go out and I trade AJ, I get a 2027 first round pick. My next move is to sign a free agent. I'm going to go out and get, I don't know, Tyreek Hill or whoever's out there. Whatever free agent that could come in and just be whatever. He's not going to be great. And I'm going to suffer from it. I am not taking a wide receiver in the first 2 rounds of this draft. What I'm going to do is I am then going to trigger my immediate phone calls to every team early in the second round to trade out of the 23rd pick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign a free agent wide receiver. Then I'm going to trade my 23rd pick. And I'm going to get a 2027 first round pick next year. Now I'm going to have 3 first round picks. And if one of those picks ends up around 15, I'm going to get Jeremiah Smith because I'm going to take all 3 of those first round picks and I'm going up to get a wide receiver. And I'm going to get myself a stud wide receiver, somebody to be there for a long time. I'm not sure what to think of. I will look at Omar Cooper. I don't know. I'm not saying he can't be good. He's not going to be good, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on him. Cornell Tate, he ain't going to be there. They got him at 6 and 7. So I'm not taking a receiver just to take a receiver. So my thinking is a little bit different. I am going to, if I have to do this thing, and I don't want to, but if I'm forced, I'm not going to get desperate. You know, I'm just not. No first round pick for AJ. We'll give up you a bowl. You ain't getting them there. See, here's the other thing. I have no problem letting AJ be miserable a year. I don't care. The Eagles don't want to trade him. They don't have to trade him. He already knows that they may not trade him. So if I don't get a first round pick, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, especially after the Waddle trade. So you got to pay the first round pick or you don't get them. That's it. You miss. So the Eagles did a couple things. First, they traded Sidney Brown to the Falcons in exchange. They basically got moved up with 2 picks. They went to 114 and 197 from 122 and 215, and then they went ahead and they smartly resigned Marcus Epps. That's basically what they did. Now it's back to the AJ Brown crap again. Hey, LX2, thank you for Super Chat. Listen, every day from Scotland for the breaking news. Can't wait for you and Shake's draft coverage. Keep the faith. Pound Scottish Eagles. Pound Howie Season, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that Super Chat, man. I really do. I think I missed a couple here, too. I missed one. Manny Roos, thank you for Super Chat. When are we sending Sirianni to Mars for a gray? Well, I hear Sirianni may already be on Mars. Like, he may be living here, but mentally, he's there. You know? Every time I do a super chat, it charges, but never pops up. I don't even see it. I don't think it's charging, but that's really weird. That's really weird. What's up, Donnie? Bird Gang, thank you for the super chat. Wish we could get Jordan Tyson. He's a dog, Philly. Yeah, I don't know a lot about him. AJ's forcing this. He can't force it. AJ can't force it. And by all reports, all reports of his camp are that if he has to come back, it's not what he prefers, but he'll do it. Too bad. New England wants to win. New England wants AJ Brown. You have to give up a first-round pick. That's it. Give up the first-round pick, or you don't really want to win. So I call New England out I call New England out. You got the balls to make a move because you really believe in your quarterback and your team, or do you not? Let's find out. I like Sidney Brown, but he was full seep all the way out too much. He didn't think, got hurt, and it was like he thought the game slowed down for him. Like players say it does, but it didn't yet for him. No, it definitely didn't. And he needs snaps and stuff like that. AJ is under contract, $10 million dead money pre-June. Yeah, he is. They ain't gonna win. They couldn't even beat Darnold's sorry-ass team. They shouldn't even beat Denver. They lucked out with Denver. But I'm telling you, I don't care if AJ wants out. Let him cry. Let him sit out. But you're not getting him without a first-round pick. I have to have that first-round pick. It's essential to what I'm going to do at the wide receiver position in the 2027 draft. I am going to end up with Jeremiah Smith, but I'm going to trade 3 first-round picks to do it. That's the plan. Everybody who says that AJ won't come in and he's going to hold it, they're talking up their ass. That's never what he said. He said he wouldn't do that. Purified, thank you for super chat. Thoughts on Lemon? Also, if they could trade AJ to get a choice of all receivers this year, are you doing it? If they can trade AJ to get a choice of all receivers this year, I mean, I don't know. None of the receivers in this draft blow me away. I like Tate, but that's about it. Don't know not much about Lemon, except for it's a good fruit. I like lemon water, but I don't know. You know. But we'll see. I know he can't, but I'm just saying his agent are pushing. They're trying to get out, but they also are aware and have also said that they understand it has to work for the Eagles. And AJ is not disliked in the front office. He is not disliked in the locker room. So it's not going to be a problem bringing him back. New England's just got to pay first. If the Broncos could get a first for Waddle, then I'm sorry. AJ's definitely worth a first-round pick. Do you think the trade is agreed upon with the Patriots? Other teams are out? I don't. I actually don't believe the report that the Eagles have made a handshake agreement. I don't believe it because if they did, it's going to leak out. If I'm the Eagles, and I pissed off Patriots fans saying this, but if I'm the Eagles and I have a handshake agreement for June 1st, the first thing I'm doing with that trade is I'm leaking it. I'm leaking it and making it public. I'm giving it to Schefter or somebody to report they have a handshake agreement. Why? Because then that gives me about, 2 months for any team to change their mind and come in and up the offer. Screw them. So we haven't heard the deal. I can't imagine the Eagles would not leak that. I think they would. It's smart. It's what they do in the NFL. It's standard operating procedure. So no, I don't think so. 500, you're acting like you want AJ Brown to go. I don't. No, I don't, Eric. And I said before I start talking about, I don't. But it does. It seems like that's the way it's going. The trade winds are blowing that way, man. You know, I can't deny what's going on. You know, I don't want to trade him. I've said that a zillion times. But just because I don't want to do anything doesn't mean I can't talk about the situation if it's going to go one way. It doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't matter what any of us Eagle fans want. You know, if they're going to trade him, they're going to trade him. Do I want him to? No. But, I mean, what am I going to do? Act like it's not happening? I can't do that. Purified David Super Chat. Thoughts on Lemon? Also, if they, I read that one. Need a kicker too. Well, I would like to see competition. There's no doubt. Epps is Ash. Well, Epps is to me, Epps is a depth piece. They're going to have to address safety in the draft. Proven talent over pick, to be honest. Go get Marvin Harrison. I think that's an intriguing idea. But, you know, if you could get a receiver in the draft, the great thing about it, if you could find the right receiver in the draft, then you're going to get him on a rookie contract for, 4 years playing with AJ with Devontae on the other side. That would be great. But go out and get the right guy. Where the Eagles have gotten in trouble is when the Eagles try to find and draft because of need. My biggest fear is that the Eagles get rid of Brown, or they know they're going to get rid of Brown, so they draft a wide receiver in the first round. And they do it because they're drafting for need and not the best talent. Look, if you think Omar Cooper's the best player on the board when you draft, take him. But if you don't, then what? I mean, we saw it with Jalen Reagor. The Eagles, you know why they chose Reagor over Jefferson? Because they were looking for a speed receiver. They wanted somebody that could stretch the field. They wanted a Deshaun Jackson type guy. And they thought he was more like that than Jefferson. So they took it and they got in trouble. The Eagles have blown their draft when they sit there in the first round, early especially, and they draft because of need over talent. All I'm saying is that's a bad predicament to be in. And they got to be very, very careful. Jeremiah Smith will be going into top 5. Great. And if the Eagles do what I'm saying, you'll have 3 first-round picks going into next year. You don't think 3 first-round picks can't get you up to 2 or 3? 3 to 5? Of course they can, especially for a non-quarterback. You have more than enough ammo to get up with 3 first-round picks. You have your first-round pick. You trade it. AJ, you have to get a first-round pick. And then you take this year's first-round pick and you get another first-round pick and you trade it away. That's 3 first-round picks headed into 2027. Yeah, they can get up to 3 to 5. This year's draft is going to be so much more interesting than last year. Last year we had like 2 needs. This year we can go a lot of different ways and also spell AJ leaving with a wide receiver pick. Yeah, but that wide receiver pick scares me. That's such a needs pick. I don't like it. I don't know why you want to keep him. Your quarterback can't get him the ball. Well, if he can't get him the ball, then who's he going to get the ball to? Who are we gonna draft? Godzilla? I mean, if you can't throw him the ball, then who can you throw the ball? And that's such a ridiculous statement. AJ isn't AJ Brown without Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, buddy. Ridiculous statement. I think Howie does have a handshake deal with the Pats, but Howie is saying, be quiet if it gets out before June 1st or no deal. That sounds like something. But why would Howie care if it got out? I mean, it doesn't hurt the Eagles for it to get out because, some other team finds out and comes and offers you more? A team goes in a draft, they don't come out with a wide receiver, they're desperate, boom, they're willing to offer you more than New England. It only hurts New England to do it. So leak that shit out. Help wanted a safety, agreed. We're not taking, and we shouldn't, unless if they think it's the right choice. How you feel about this trade, Philly? I really don't know how to feel about it. Low-key happy. He was a great special teams player. I feel great about it. I don't think he had really any room on this team. He might not have even made the roster. 500. I'm pretty sure AJ will be fine as soon as our new offensive coordinator coaches prove they're effective and allow our offensive weapons to. Yeah, I think you could be right. I got Smitty. Smitty's not going anywhere. Smitty's a lifelong Eagle. But if you pair him up with a rookie receiver that's good, then you're going to have that receiver on a rookie contract for 4 years. That's great. Here's what you're going to do at safety, Joel. And shout out to all the Joels in the chat. G.I. Joels. I think you're going to draft a safety and you're going to plug them in just like they did with Mukuba. That's what they're going to do. Worst case scenario is Cooper starts. Yeah, I mean, there's guys in free agency they still could take. I would take a chance on Tyreek Hill for a year. Something like that. And yeah, you know what? I may have to go play all year and not have a good number 2 wide receiver. It may just be the case. But I'm not taking a receiver just to take a receiver. That's where we get in trouble. All I'm saying is the Eagles get in trouble when they draft because they need a position. Don't do it. Don't fall in that trap. Rambo, thank you for the super chat. Sydney was getting cut anyways. So we move up the draft board. Howie's a genius. I think it's 8 spots and 18. So, I mean, how many times have we seen like guys that we want or we're aiming for, yet they go 5-6 picks before we pick. So I think it's good too. What if the Eagles are just waiting for San Francisco to release Ayuk? I would have said like a week ago, no chance on Ayuk, maybe. Or what about Jennings? Like, I don't know what's going on with Jennings either. Now for those that get sensitive and don't want to hear it, once again, I don't want to trade Brown. I'm just reacting to where it seems the inevitable thing is going to happen. It just seems like that's where everybody's saying it's going. I'm not, but if we do, this is what I want. I mean, Ayuk, for 1 year, why not? Yeah, he did. But I could get over it. Philly, if we have to draft a receiver this draft to do it, there's some really good receivers. Who do you like, though? I mean, I have no problem taking a receiver mid-round, but first 2 picks, I don't know. I don't know what to think about Omar Cooper. I watched him, and I think, yeah, he could be all right. But I'm not so sure of it. I like Tate, but I don't think he'll be there. And there are actually a couple guys I like a lot. Actually, like more in the later rounds, but I don't think that I necessarily think they're ready to be your number 2 wide receiver. So to me, the play is load up, get 3 first-round picks next year, and then go into that draft and make every attempt to go up and get Jeremiah Smith. O-line first, and less tight end from Oregon. Right. Like the guard from Vega from what? Penn State? Dude, that's who I want at 23. I want that guard from Penn State. If we're picking, I think you need him. AJ Owens is not going to be better as he ages. The time to move AJ is now. Well, this is probably the last chance you get at a first. Philly, of the good wideouts that got drafted last year, who you draft in this year's draft close to those? The only guy I think Tate would be perfect, but I don't think you're going to be able to get him, right? I mean, I keep seeing him going to like Cleveland. So Tate would be the guy. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little bit mixed on Omar Cooper. I don't hate him, but I don't love him. There are guys I like more at other positions. Put it that way. I know it's not going to happen, but if a real Reese is available, yes, of course. I mean, they got him. Everything I see got him, 2? If Vega is there along with Sadiq, I might too. I think Vega is the pick. I think you get the best, possibly the best internal offensive lineman. I mean, that's a great pick for the Eagles. That's like what we need, man. Because look, if you're going to run that offense, you have to get that running game going. I'm going to lie. That's who I'm taking first round, right guard. Yeah, that's where I'm going to probably go. I will strongly consider Kenyon Sadiq, but to me right now, that Penn State guard is probably my number 1 choice. Hey, Philly, Kevin and Heather here. It's crazy. Other fans say our players are trash until free agent Sidney hits his own malfunction and hit seeking missile that hits friendly. Yeah, Sidney Brown is friendly fire. If he had a nickname, we would call it friendly fire. But yeah, you're right. It is crazy. And it is good to see Kevin and Heather. Shout out to them. Sills claims his source in New England says the deal is already agreed on a first and a third for AJ. Not sure what year. Well, it would have to be 27 because the only reason you would agree to it now and not pull it off is because they're waiting until June 1st. So that would be a 2027. Now, let's say that happens. Let's say the Eagles get a first and a third for AJ Brown. Okay, now I got 2 first-round picks in 2027. Now, what do? I might get my 23rd pick this year, and I might trade back and get myself a 2027 first for next year. That gives me 3 number ones. If I have 3 number ones, I could get Jeremiah Smith. I believe Howie could pull that off. And then I got my receiver. That's the guy I want to replace AJ Brown with, Jeremiah Smith. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need to do. But I don't know, you know, I don't know what to think of all that. Yo, Philly, what's up? Just joined the stream for a long day at work. Heard the best news in a while of Sidney Brown being traded. Great. Now get your shit. Get the hell out. I thank goodness he's going. I hear you, Super Tony. Eagles trade AJ and their picks to the Titans for Love, the best player in the draft. Man, look, if the Eagles had the option, like if the Browns called or the Titans called and said, listen, we'll offer you more than the Patriots, I would trade them to that team in a minute. What's a reach? I don't know what that's a reach means. Eagles trade AJ and their pick to the Titans for the Love. Yeah, I just read that. If AJ, we trade AJ, we're not winning another Super Bowl. We might not win it next year. We might have to accept it. We might have to wait a year. But you know, you got it. You have to get that first round pick in 2027. I don't know if somebody ever said this, but did you see the stream of Marquise Brown? He said, I'm not signing with Philly. Philly's toxic, but I don't know how long ago. No, Marquise, no. But that could have been in a different era where we were going through a lot of stuff, you know? Yes, that's right, Chris Scott. And 3 number 1 picks will get you there. 3 number 1 picks in the 27 draft will get you there. He's not a quarterback. They always trade cheaper when it's not a quarterback. 3 number 1s will get you to where you have to go. That's it. And if not, guess what? If not, then you have 3 number 1 picks in a very deep draft. But it will work. And God, I hope Howie's hearing it, because I know he'll do it. 500, I told you this 2 months ago about the turmoil with Brown and Hurts. That's the why other coaches turn down job offers. Yeah, you might be right. You know? AJ seems inevitable, really. Well, that's my argument, Mouse. I don't want him to go, but it seems like it's inevitable. It seems like it's going to happen. AJ seems inevitable, really. That's the storyline this time. Laughing my ass off. This is getting so ridiculous. I fought for him so hard, but the media is making it hard to want to keep him over. I know. It really is. I'm trying not to buy into all the stuff that, you know, you don't like the guy and stuff. I'm trying to ignore that stuff. But to me, what's annoying is the Patriot fans celebrating they got this guy they haven't even traded for yet. We don't even do that. Now, I'm not trading 3 first-rounders for Jeremiah Smith. Well, you must not like to win. We ain't using 3 ones on a wide receiver. Only use 1 for AJ. You must not want to win. The whole point in getting 3 ones is to go out and get the guy you need. I want the game changer. I want the guy that has a chance to be the top guy for years to come. And I want him on a rookie deal. And I'm willing to give up multiple picks to do it. I don't even think it would cost you 3 number ones, but 3 number ones will get it done. Go look him up, Danielson. Hell yeah, 3 ones for him. That's right. I'm willing to go 3 ones. I'm going to get my 1 for AJ Brown. I'm going to get my number 1 because I'm going to trade out of this first round pick. And I'm going to have 3 ones. I'm going to do it. And the more people tell me it's bullshit, don't do it, the more I'm doing it. 2 would, yeah, well, it depends where you're picking. I mean, you don't know. Like, what if one of the teams is bad and you're picking 10 or you're picking 12? So all of a sudden, it really just depends where you're picking. You're not necessarily going to be picking 29 and 30, so it just depends. And like I said, at worst case scenario, let's say you can't get it done. People are sitting there saying, well, you don't trade 3 number ones for a wide receiver. Oh, okay, but you're telling me it won't work. Well, why would a team turn down 3 ones then? So either the guy is that good or he's not. I think he's going to be that good. I think you have a chance to get the top receiver in the future in the league. Yeah, I'm doing it. People saying if Deshaun Jackson will come out of retirement or not. Yeah, I know. What? So he can pull a hamstring? Yeah, Chris Henry. That's right. Chris Henry Jr. Honestly, I think AJ don't want to be here because of Nick. I don't know. At this point, I have no idea what's going on. I can't understand how he thinks. So, I've never seen a guy want to get traded off a team that you win a Super Bowl with. We still need to draft a safety, a tight end. All these guys are wanting you to. Of course, that's what we will do in the draft. No doubt about it. I would love to get Jeremiah Smith. I would give 3 runs for him. I just don't think Howie would do it unless it was Arch Manning. So I think Howie would do it. That's just the thing. I do think. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it would cost you 3 number ones. But, because you don't even know where he's slated. People say he's top 3 now. He could be top 10 next year. We just don't know. And you don't know where you're picking. So there's a lot of things that you'd have to put in place. But I'm telling you right now, for all those that if you watch A.J. Brown get traded, then you're going to cry for a receiver. You draft a need and you take a receiver just to take a receiver, it's going to backfire. It could very well backfire. The history of the Eagles drafting, when they take guys for need especially, they get burnt. They get burnt. And I don't want to do that. So you need another plan. I won't, I promise. If we can just get rid of Ringo, I will be the happiest guy alive. That guy, after doing a no tackle, letting the dude touchdown last game season. Yeah, I don't think he's in their plans that much, William says, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Yes. Exactly. See, all the draft talk is repetitive. Let's do. I can tell you right now, George, there is not one person in this world putting out what I just put out draft-wise. There is nobody repeating what I'm saying. I am coming with a unique idea and a unique plan to figure out what to do at the wide receiver position. Nah, that's not repetitive at all. That's unique. Crying out about a player said he wants to leave. But you got to get something for him. You all do know AJ never said anything about wanting out, right? It's all local media, national media drama. They did Parsons last year, and there ain't no problem with Hurts AJ. I mean, that's what I thought too. But then people will answer. The response that I get is, well, his agent said stuff. So I don't at this point I don't know what to believe anymore. It's so messy now. I don't know what's what. What's good, fight? What's going on? Lucky for us, the draft will be low wide receiver 500, but Jeremiah Smith is probably the best one. Jeremiah Smith is the answer. He's the surefire answer. The other guys are all risk, and I like Carnell Tate. If you get Tate, all right. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Do I like Omar Cooper Jr.? Do I like Omar Cooper better than I like that guard Vega from Penn State? No, I do not. But you know what? If you need a receiver more than you need that guard, they're going to take the receiver, and it's going to blow up in our face. Rest in peace, death. Everyone died except Chuck Norris, right? What do you think he's fighting Bruce Lee in heaven? You think that Giants are winning the division where we're standing right now? Well, they can win the division. The Eagles will win the division. Less teams meet our demand. Keep AJ. Oh, exactly. No doubt about it. I hear you, 500. O-line first. Yes. You'll hear it. If the Eagles move on from Brown, it'll be they got to take a receiver. They got to take a receiver. They got to take a receiver. That's the trap that I'm trying to avoid. You know? I've heard of Chris Henry Jr. I haven't heard of Ryan Williams. Jordan Tyson had some injuries. Jordan Tyson, yeah. Like, I mean, there's a couple, like, I tell you what, like, I like that Concepcion kid. Like, I've been watching him. I've been watching Boston. Like, I like some of those guys. And I have no problem drafting them. But you know, you just can't do it in the first round. I think that the way the Eagles structured, and I think the way the league is going, you need two good wide receivers. You need two very good wide receivers. And I think teams are becoming like that. So I think that you need, you know, you're going to have Devontae Smith. He'll be great. But I still think you need another guy. Yeah, the media is the biggest problem with this whole thing. Now, I'll say this. If AJ doesn't get moved to New England and he stays in Philly, I will be such a dick. And I will be so relentless in my ball busting to the Patriot fans this year. I will be relentless to them. But we'll see. Like, what receivers do you guys like? Like, who do you think could replace A.J. Brown? The real Mr. International, thank you for Super Chat. Jeremiah Smith is unreal. I don't care what it takes, find a way. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And part of the reason I say it is because I think the Eagles don't do a good job drafting receivers. Devontae Smith, in my opinion, was a can't miss. So you've got to get yourself somebody that you know is a can't miss. And can you imagine if you can get Jeremiah Smith? Can you imagine you get Jeremiah Smith with Devontae Smith, and Jeremiah Smith has got 3-4 years on a rookie deal? Oh my God. I hope so. Mal says, do not go wide receiver. Do not go wide receiver in this draft. Go wide receiver next year, 27 draft. They are more surefire. Although we will suffer a bit upcoming year, but we have to give it gift to get its name. I agree with you, man. I agree. You know, the thing would be is somehow like New England stinks. Like just has a horrible year, and we pick top 5. They got to be working on get back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they want Becton back, man. It's kind of crazy. You call him A.J. Owens, had caused drama every single year during the year and all season. The delusional A.J. sympathizers don't understand how bad it is for the lock. But here's my question, Ryan. If he's so bad for the locker room, why do the players love him? Why do they vote? You know, they vote him captain. That's the players vote who the captains are. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, can he be that bad? Incomplete confusion says, I'm Joel. What's up, Joel? We got 804 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Breaking news, you're hilarious. Like, thanks, man. I like Brian Thomas Jr. I do. You know, my draft plan, people don't like my draft plan, but I don't care. My draft plan is simple. If we got AJ and we're good to go, I'm probably going for that guard from Penn State, round 1. If AJ gets traded for a first-round pick next year, I'm taking my 23rd pick overall. I'm calling teams in the top of the second round. I'm saying you keep your second-round pick. I just want a first-round pick next year. And I'm going to get I'll probably get a mid-round pick this year's draft. And I'm going to have 3 first-round picks going into next draft, and I'm going to make a play. I'm going to make a push to get Jeremiah Smith. That's my plan. There are a lot of options in the second or third rounds. My fear is that Howie is going to ignore the edge rushers. He might end up like last year. I truly think this. I think by the time the draft comes, Jonathan Grenard will be an Eagle. I think that's going to happen. Phil, would you be happy if the Eagles trade for Justin Jefferson, or would you want? I would prefer to. Well, I mean, Justin Jefferson is really good. The reason I like the idea of a rookie, like if you could find the right wide receiver rookie, you get him on a cheap contract. But no, I'll take either. I'll take either. You can look at Coleman Auburn. He's coming out next year. I believe he's going to be really good. Yeah, I mean, I heard there's a couple really good wide receivers, like top-notch, high-talent wide receivers. I like Tate. I'm iffy on Omar. What do you guys think of? Let me do a poll. I'm just curious what people think of Omar Cooper, because I don't know. I'm a little bit iffy. Not that, and I don't want to say that I don't think he's going to be good. I think he could, I guess. I don't know if I like him more than I like other players. JT, great market upside. Yeah, we talked about that breaking news earlier, my friend. We talked about it here. We had it up. They did. You are absolutely 100% correct. This draft class is weak as hell. This free agency class is weak as hell. They said there's been more trades so far this offseason than like ever before. Like, you know why? Because the free agency isn't that great. You have to make trades to really improve your team. People might hate your draft plan, but Matt Corral jerseys never fail. That's my advantage. Dude, if the Eagles, oh my God, if the Eagles get 3 first-round picks, people are going to start shitting themselves. I'm gonna call Howie. I'm putting in a call to Howie. I'm gonna have a long talk with him. 500. I did take a little less from the Browns or the Jets to trade AJ. Them. I'm getting sick of both. F the New England. Oh, I know. Like, dude, they are so annoying. It's to the point where it's like, yeah, you know what? I'll take give me a second rounder. I just don't want to send them to New England. But we can't do that. We gotta be smart. Oh, Matt, why did I not know who they were talking about? USC never dropped. Yeah, I watched a little bit of him. He looks pretty good. What are the Eagles' track record drafting USC USC wide receivers? Didn't they draft a couple? I worry about the Eagles' ability to draft a receiver. Don't know Omar except the idiot so-called congressman from Minnesota. Oh, no, that's not who I'm talking about. Omar Cooper is a really good route runner and has really good hands and against really good competition. Yeah, I think he does everything pretty good. You know? And I look at him and I go, yeah, I think he can make the transition. Then I look at him and I go, I don't know. To me, it's not that I don't think he'd be good, but it's like, do I think he's better than that guard from Penn State? No, I don't. Post-June, AJ Owens. Nelson Aguilar. Yeah, Aguilar was from. Maybe that's what the bad taste in my mouth is. Trade away all draft picks for a great edge, a superb guard, a very good linebacker, and safety. The rest of the picks, you can still find talent for the vacant spots. on this Ray team, though. Well, yeah, I mean, for the most part, but there are certain blind spots that certain team, every team I think has them where they can't seem to draft and get the right position. They can't. And the Eagles have had that problem with wide receiver. That's why they had to trade for A.J. Brown. Devontae Smith to me was a can't miss type pick, but it came off of them messing up that Rager pick. So to me, I would like them when it comes to a wide receiver, somebody that they feel like is a surest thing as possible. Plus I think you need the receiver you get. I think he's got to be complementary to Devontae Smith. Like, I don't want two undersized wide receivers. I want a guy kind of bigger on the other side. You know what I mean? More physical, guy that could go up for the ball, those kind of things. Whereas Devontae Smith is great hands, great route runner, very smooth. So it's got to be complementary. What if Hurts sucks this year, Philly? Does that change your plan with these first-round picks? I mean, it would have to be really bad. It would have to be really bad. I would trade AJ to the Chargers for Derwin James. No picks involved. Yeah. I love Derwin James, but where is that? Like, where is the talk? Like, is that just being names thrown out, or is that like legit? That's what I want to know. You think Howie is just accumulating picks for this year to move back and acquire picks for the following year? I don't think we're going to make a trade that will require all these picks. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, anything possible with Howie when it comes to anything is possible with Howie when it comes to draft. I want the Jets' second pick for life for AJ. There you go. Yeah. Daniel Jeremiah is the best. Are you talking about Jeremiah Smith, you mean? Trade AJ Michael Pittman got traded to the Pittman already got traded. Pittman got traded to Pittsburgh, I believe. So he's with the Steelers now. Isn't that correct? Isn't he with the Steelers? Yeah, I think he's with the Steelers. This Omar, let me see this poll. There you go. Will Omar Cooper be a Pro Bowl wide receiver? 52% people said yes, 48% no. So it seems like it's a little bit mixed, which is what I kind of feel. Like, I'm kind of like iffy. The Jets are tanking. The Jets, their plan is to tank. They want the number one pick next year. I think we move Coop to safety for the most part. Of course, throw him in at nickel a little, and Bennett to nickel, natural portion, and draft a safety from Penn State in the second round. I don't think they're going to move Coop to safety. It sounds like Michael Carter, who they kept, reworked his contract, and it looks like he's making the move to safety. He may end up being a good safety. Sometimes those nickel corners, they transition well into a safety, so it may work out. Rogue, thank you for the super chat. We're drafted two safeties, definitely. I think we're drafted a safety. I think in the first 4 rounds, they'll draft the offensive lineman, a safety, a tight end, and maybe 2 offensive linemen. So how dangerous do you think the offense? Well, if you have A.J. Brown, it could be really, really dangerous. If you don't, it still could be dangerous. It's just a little more work. The Jets have 2 more playoff wins. That's pretty crazy. That's really crazy, isn't it? And Rogue, man, thank you for that super chat, man. Appreciate it. We are drafting 2 safeties, definitely. Might. A lot of good guards and tackles going in later rounds. Maybe. But see, I can't see. I don't want to see. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to sit there and go, well, this guard is the best player on our board, but we need a receiver, and we like some of these guards later. So then you skip out on the best available player because you're drafting for need. That's how you screw up the draft. To me, if I'm drafting one and I look at my board, right, at 23, and I go, all right, this guard is the best player on the board. I'm taking him. I'm not waiting. Yeah, C.J. Gardner was a nickel. Yeah, he was. I've got to take the best player available. Yeah, exactly. And that's what scares me with the AJ stuff, is if he is moved, then the Eagles are going to take a receiver in the first round for need. And that's what scares me. I mean, DeMarvin Harrison, I don't know if there were rumors with him going to Cleveland, and Cleveland was talking about getting him. So I don't know if Arizona's really open to that or not. Omar Cooper is wide receiver coming out of the draft. Probably a second-ranked wide receiver. Now, I like Tate. If Tate was there, if you could get Tate, I would take him in a second, and I'd be okay. I'd feel really good about that. But he's going to go top 10. 500, I would do it if I was Howie and trade up and get 2 first-rounders in this draft. Spend it first to move and recover your first from the Patriots next year. What do you say? So you would do what if I was Howie? I would trade up and get 2 first-rounders in this draft. Spend it first to move up and recover your. Well, I would do it if I get first-round picks next year. I want 3 first-round picks next year. What's up, Jordan? How are you? Cam Coleman is a 6'3" wide receiver from Texas who has speed and has wingspan to get. I like it. Yeah, I mean, look, I think that you definitely draft a receiver second, third, fourth round. Definitely take a receiver, but don't reach for one. Now, if Omar Cooper is the best player available at 23, take him, but just make sure you're being true to your board. You're not seeing it with Jeremiah Smith? Really? You're the first person I've heard say that. He is worth it. He is. I think we have 8 picks. 8 picks, I think. We have what? First, second, 2 thirds, 2 fourths, 2 fifths, right? I think we have 8 or 9 picks. I love this kind of talk. I love this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Like what I'm talking about requires outside of the box thinking. It's not the same old standard thinking that you go and watch in every mock draft or any website you go to. What I'm talking about is outside the box thinking. Maybe they won't do it, but you should. What up, Clark? How are you? Has a player ever really been traded to a team they requested? Probably not if AJ won. I would say Terrell Owens. When Owens got traded to the Eagles, he was traded to the Ravens first, if you remember. I'm out of here, Philly. May you, everyone, chat. Have a great Friday. You too, my friend. Chris Brazil could be a good receiver for us. Look him up. Yeah, I'll check him out. I'm going to have to go through all these receivers because of what's going on. Unfortunately, when really I just want to take the guard from Penn State. That's all. Just let me get the guard from Penn State. What Vega? Just let me get him. That's all I want. I just want the guard. 6'3", 224, 3 speed. Yeah. I just want the guard from Penn State. That's all I'm asking for. Now you have to deal with all this bullcrap with AJ, and it screws everything up. Philly, I'd rather have AJ, but I can't deny it quit on the field. If you trade AJ to the Patriots, I like what Jersey Murph proposed on top billing. AJ Brown for Craig Woodson, and I don't like that trade at all. I don't like it. I think you're selling AJ short, man. If you do that, to be honest with you, I think you have to get a first round pick in 2027. That has to be first and foremost. Christopher Michael, thank you for super chat. AJ's agent works for AJ. He's paid repping AJ. He's not going to say shit he has without AJ's proving it. Remove emotions from it. He wants out, guys. I think he does want out. But I also believe that if he doesn't get his way, he's going to come and he's going to play and he's going to be fine. But, you know, I'm sure he'll do things that piss people off during the year and stuff like that. But for the most part, he'll go about his business. You know, but he does want out. And I don't want him to get traded. I don't. But I can't deny what seems inevitable. Look further. Project 89 is here. Johnny W's. All right. I like it. I'm gonna have to do a Jeremiah Smith hat. Kendra, thank you for super chat. They're reporting that we got Marcus Epps back and another safety, JT Gray. How do you feel about that? Good depth piece. Here it is. We talked about that early on. I thought it was a good depth piece. You know, you get a guy that was a starter. He started a lot of games. He could play and start if you need. And I think it's good for depth-wise. As far as him starting all year, like, I mean, if he comes in and he earns it, then he comes in and he earns it. But I would look to the draft for a safety. Yeah, I do a trade for AJ from Myles Garrett. He's a missing piece for this defense to get dominant again. You find a receiver that's good enough to complete like dots with it. Oh, man, I would love Myles Garrett, but, you know, we'll see. AJ effed up because Hurts is back in the lab with Tom. Hurts' best statistical season came when he trained with House the previous summer. Well, he's doing the whole flag football thing, right? There's a flag football game, and I think Saquon's in it. I think Devontae Smith is in it. Jalen Hurts is in it. What is it, Saturday or Sunday? I'm going to watch it. AJ could have literally said absolutely nothing publicly and told Howie and Lori, this isn't working out. I will keep working, but I want to go somewhere else. It would have helped everyone out. Well, I think that's more what is going on. Like, I don't think AJ is like, trade me or I'm not showing up. I think AJ is like, I prefer to get traded, but if I don't, you know, I understand. But he's pushing for it. They're making a push. I would take Myles Garrett in his prime. I mean, Myles Garrett is right now is a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? It is. James was really ultimate. Sometimes, yeah, it feels like it, you know. Especially when they talk about the Cowboys and how great they are. And then everything's how bad we are. It's kind of crazy. Let me see what's going on here. I forgot. I didn't realize it was 3:45. Holy crap. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to have to go. I didn't realize it was so late. I got carried away. But it's good conversation. It's going to be a lot of debating, a lot of arguing. One of these days we'll open up the calls and let you guys come in and tell me how stupid I am. It'll be beautiful. But I want to thank everybody for joining the show. I'm not sure if I'm doing anything tomorrow or not. So just look out for that. Definitely Sunday, me and Joey are doing a show. And then next week, we'll fall back into the regular schedule. You know, videos along with like couple live streams during the week. So we'll fall back into everything. In the meantime, I am going to get ready. I got some things I got to do. And I hope you guys have a great, great night. I will talk to you later. Peace.
Come on, guys.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed him.
Where the hell is he throwing it
Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.